Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.
I've had so many good stories. We've started a new page called Tell Me Something Good on Facebook, and it was essentially because that's everyone's favorite part of the day, especially here on the show, where it's like one thing that just like renews your faith in mankind. But this one was so cool. It's another police officer story of someone just being amazing. But this
Here in Morgan, Utah.
QHB Trooper Justin Adams. Now, the Weber River is freaking freezing. You've been in that, right?
So if you've ever fished that in August, it's still cold.
People are like, tube the Weber, and I'm like, I can't touch it. I'd have to keep my butt up in the tub the entire
It is.
tube
It's
to
like the
stay
only
awake.
thing is your butt in the water, and it's way too cold. You've got a
It
pruny,
is.
cold butt when you're done.
Well, this is the cool thing. Officer Adams was off duty this last Tuesday, and he got a call that a little girl had fallen into the river. So he drove straight up. He said, you can even see my tracks. And he had like burned right through the park,
Sure.
you know, to get to her. Ran to the edge of the water, started clinging to a branch, and without hesitation, he just jumped in the water.
That's what you do.
And all of his stuff. So the thing that's so amazing, he said, I put her arms around my neck, I put her legs around my waist, so I had better grip. I could just touch the bottom, and I kept her trying to talk so I could calm her down.
How old was she?
She turned out to be about 12, but she was obviously terrified. Well, here's the reason why. She was trying to save her sister, I guess. Her little sister was also in the river, and she was crying. And so this is why Adrian ran down, the 12-year-old, and grabbed her
jumped in.
sister's hand.
Right.
Well, she managed to kind of haul her sister up half on the bank, and her sister yanked her into the water. And she said, every branch I tried to step on broke, and every time I tried to get up on the bank, I couldn't. And
Right.
it was really scary. But the thing that's so moving is Thursday, the girl and her family came to the park. They wanted to say hi to Officer Adams and say thank you. And he goes, hi, young lady, I'm glad you're okay. And she gave him this massive hug. And but the thing that was so cool is she said, why did you jump in? She said, you could have died. And he's like, well, every police officer will jump in. That's what
Their
we're
job.
here for.
That's what they do. We appreciate them for
But I just thought that was such an amazing story, and I've always dreamt that I could do that. Like if someone had done something amazing,
Well, just
to
the
me,
fact
I
that
get
the
chance
daughter-
to thank them.
Just the fact the sister went after the sister.
I know.
Right, and then got pulled in.
Which happens a lot. People
is.
go in to save someone they love, and that's
They-
where it gets
they can't do
crazy.
it. All right, so coming up next,
Do you want me to explain it, or do you want to explain it? Okay, here's the reality. Anyone who's given birth is going to have a decisive interest in this next subject. I made a video after I went and had Genevieve at Enlightened Laser, and it's non-surgical vaginal rejuvenation. So I have a little review for you. For anyone who's gone through the rigors of childbirth and has found out all the things that can happen to your body, you're going to want to see this. Coming up next. Okay, let's be honest. There's no classy way to talk about vaginal rejuvenation, but if you're female, we have a decisive interest. So when Enlightened Laser said, hey, do you want to talk about vaginal rejuvenation? I went, why not? I have no shame, so let's do it. Now, the procedure is called Genevieve, and it is actually done by radio frequency that is cooled so that it's not painful at all. Let me clarify that part. It is not painful. It's also non-ablative. Now, that's a big deal because blades and cutting is that one thing you probably don't want around that portion of your body. You've probably been through enough there, let's be honest. If you've had kids, you know, we all know what damage they can wreak on your body. We love them, but man, it would just be nice to go running again without actually peeing yourself at the same time. That, by the way, was not my complaint, but it was a girlfriend's, and she insisted I put it in here. But think about it. Your vaginal wall is weaker, your bladder wall, and it would just be nice to have things feel tight and everything put together back the way it used to be. And here's the deal. Yes, it tightens. It tightens. I will tell you flat out that it tightens. I will also tell you that this was learned by conducting field tests. I told you there was no classy way to do this with my husband. So yes, that part's important. It's also important to know, though, that you can regain like all of your sexual feelings again. You get to have orgasms again. You get to have a sexual experience that makes you feel like you are a full person again, because sometimes that can really go away. As a matter of fact, the procedure now actually can be used on the outer portion of your body, and it can also reshape some areas there. So if that's something that you've been shy about, it can be done. It's done by radio frequency, and they basically insert a device about the size of your thumb just into the opening, and then it's a gentle rotation. Now, I chose Dr. Molly specifically for a couple of really important reasons. Number one, she's a female doctor. Number two, she's an OBGYN, the only one that is doing this procedure along the Wasatch Front. It seems to me that this is something that the knowledge of an OBGYN would be really crucial, if you understand me. Now, it doesn't hurt. I've already told you that. And it essentially feels sort of like a mildly socially awkward OBGYN visit. I was talking to the Genevieve representative at the same time while trying to look casual while the procedure was done. But like I said, it didn't hurt and everything seemed fine. I went home, we conducted field tests. Those were awesome. And then basically what you'll see is an increased thickening of the collagen and the tightening of the vaginal wall over the next 30 to 90 days. I noticed results instantly, and it hasn't changed since. It's been a year now, and it was amazing. So I think the important thing here is that you're looking at everybody I've ever talked to loved this procedure. We actually brought it up in a group of couples, and the men literally were pulling their credit cards out of their wallet going, here, take my money, sign my wife up. And not even for like the reasons that you're assuming, but because they knew their wife hated how it felt to not be fully functional again after having babies, or not wanting just to have their love life come back and feeling romantic and sexy together. That's a rough thing. And believe me, I think husbands feel that sadness and that hurt from women just the way you would assume that they should. So it's not all about the tightening, although that's a plus, but it's about everything else that goes with it. So once again, I have no shame. Once again, I did the Genevieve vaginal rejuvenation procedure at Enlightened Laser. And number 3, it was awesome in every possible way. So if you have more questions, you can always leave them here underneath the video. I would probably suggest that you actually want to contact them right at Enlightened Laser, though. You can go to enlightenedlaser.com or give them a call. They'll do a free consultation. They're awesome. 801-294-9999. And you're going to be asking about Genevieve, and that's vaginal rejuvenation, and it rocks. I know I did the thumbs up. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components, including professional sound, lighting, video, and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com.
Well, this is the reason to become a pilot.
Really?
Are you a pilot? How would you like to fly? Have you flown a 737? That's a pretty
that's a
big one.
specific requirement.
Right?
I'm talking a commercial pilot, or I guess
Right.
for like a professional military one at this point.
And you need 1,000 hours, not in a simulator, really the real thing, flying for 1,000 hours.
Is it like a private airline or like a rich
It
guy?
is.
What is it?
It's the most exclusive airline in the world, because if you look at the plane, right?
Really?
There's no markings on it. Dun, 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 dun.
Is this like a government?
You're taking off from Las Vegas, and you fly someplace. It doesn't take long to get
So like
there.
rich gambling people or like high
No,
rollers?
You're going to Area 51.
Get out.
They have a job opening. Would you like to work at Area 51?
Who wouldn't want to work at Area 51? I could totally find out about all the aliens. That would be awesome.
I don't think they actually get out of the plane.
Oh.
The people do. And then they have workers, and they scurry off. And
Oh, so are these the employees that they take in? Because
Yes.
we've heard about this before.
This
the
is
secret,
not a tour.
The secret thing, the flies in,
Right.
flies the employees in because they don't stay around there, and then
Right.
flies them out again.
It's like, some guy's getting on the plane, he goes like this. Aliens. Stuff like that. No one's allowed to talk about it because it's Area 51. It's
That
still
is
secret.
so cool.
They just announced that it was existence like 10 years ago or something.
And everyone's kind of like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. We've been looking at
Yeah,
it.
it's right there.
So if you want to fly secret personnel who go and take care of aliens, this is your opportunity.
That is so
I
awesome.
think that does a great job. All right.
That's so cool. I
tell
really
me-
want it. Did they say how much you get for that? Are
you-
there like any benefits? Like, do you get to take alien stuff home?
No, they don't kill you, I think is...
That's pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, if they don't like you, they kill you.
That's your benefit.
Tell me something good.
This one's wonderful. Are you ready for it?
Brought to you by...
PC laptops. PC
They-
laptops, of course.
If you're looking for a laptop, school, maybe at work, whatever, laptop or a desktop, $7.99, that's where they start. Lifetime warranty on parts and labor. How do you beat that? And it's got all this stuff going. All right, so...
10 locations along the Wasatch Front.
Yes,
Tell me
and
something
they fix
good.
phones. Okay.
Okay, now as a mom, this just makes me go, and I practically can feel myself lactate because it's that awesome. There's a police officer in Argentina, and she's being called beautiful because she breastfed a malnourished baby while working at a children's hospital.
What?
Well, she was one of the officers that had brought in a group of children. It was from a single mother of 6 struggling, and the
Right.
children were all malnourished,
Right.
very, very dirty, you
Right.
know, in need of care. And she was holding the baby, and she was waiting for a medical personnel to come and help. Baby's crying, sticking their little starfish hand in their mouth. They do
Right.
when they're hungry.
Right.
And nobody, she said, there was nobody who could really help me right then. And so she said it was pretty simple. So she basically pulled up her shirt. She was nursing her mother at home.
Right.
And she nursed the baby. And this woman did this incredible post on Facebook. She said, I wanted to make public this great gesture of love that this officer had today for that little baby. Without knowing, you didn't hesitate for a minute, and you fulfilled how you would as if you were her mother. You didn't care about the filth and the smell. Things like that don't happen every day.
Right.
It was just so incredibly sweet. She received a promotion from officer to sergeant, which was cool. And she said, well, it was kind of obvious. She said, my maternal instinct kicked in and he was hungry.
There's
and
the baby.
I just asked if I could hold and breastfeed him. She said, it was a sad moment. It broke my soul seeing him like this. She said, society has to be more sensitive to these issues regarding children. This can't keep happening.
Right.
Now, here's the part that kills me. She's not the only female officer on this particular force that has had this specialized skill before.
What?
There was a female police officer and a new mother in Colombia that had just moved into that precinct, and she apparently found an abandoned baby in the woods. She was part of the search group that was out looking for this baby. The umbilical cord was still attached.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
And
Oh my gosh!
she sat there and swaddled and breastfed the infant while she was waiting for the paramedics to show up.
I made a peanut butter sandwich today. That woman goes into the woods and takes care of a baby.
I can't even stand how awesome these women are. So there you go. That was something good, and now we're both like kind of
Thank you
I'm not
so
crying.
much for
It's
that.
just really smoky in the air and
Newark, Rhode Island.
particulates in my eyes.
Newark, Rhode Island. Beautiful place.
We've been there. It's gorgeous.
On the coast.
Yes.
It's an ocean.
You meant Newport versus Newark, which would be New
Oh,
Jersey,
I'm sorry.
right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Newport. And so basically, a husband and wife out on their 39-foot sailboat. And what are they doing? Sailing.
Well, yeah.
What could go wrong? I mean, you're just sailing. You're in this big open bay. There you go. The waves aren't too big.
Yeah, and Newport's beautiful
Got
too.
your sailor hat on and maybe a handkerchief flapping in the wind, tapping on the
glass
compass,
of wine,
tapping on the
cool.
compass and stuff like that. And
That sounds beautiful.
yeah. So it's let me explain. It's 39 feet long. So think of a UTA bus. It's about 39 feet.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
about that.
So basically what happened is the woman fell overboard.
Oh my God! So he turned around.
He didn't notice. Okay. Wait.
I guess if you're busy doing something with
Not
shirts.
like he was in a hurricane. And so she falls off and he just keeps going.
Did at any point, like in the next few minutes, did he think to turn around and go, "Hey, honey, what do you think?" Oh,
Prudence Island, she saw. And around,
was it one of those little rocky outcropping islands they have down there?
I'm not sure, I didn't speak to them about it, but at 4 a.m. she saw it as a reflection with the moon and she swam to it.
It was the middle of the night she fell off and she had to swim in the dark in the ocean.
And there she was, shivering and stuff like that, and a boat came by and cool that it wasn't going fast because the engine noise, and she screams, "Ah, I'm over here." And they go, "Oh my gosh, it's a woman." And they pick her up, she's a little hypothermic and stuff. But
Yeah,
she's
2 in the
safe.
morning because you've been swimming in the freaking ocean in the middle of the night. Yeah.
This is when it gets ugly. Her husband, at around 2 a.m., she was rescued at 4 a.m. At about 2 a.m., he ran his sailboat aground.
So I'm thinking perhaps he was not in his correct state of mind, noticing...
The man told the police he thought his wife was below deck and didn't realize she was missing.
Really?
This is at the point where they come up to him and go, "You've run aground, we're going to have to help you." And he goes, "Okay, where's your wife?" "Downstairs, sleeping probably." I don't know.
You wouldn't have thought to look for your wife for the several hours that it took between when she fell overboard and you ran your sailboat aground?
If the wife was in the basement, we're just condemning this guy. He's going to get the chair on this one.
There's no basement. She was below deck.
Your ship runs aground. Wouldn't you come upstairs and go, "Hey, what's going on?
Why did we run around?" Or perhaps if you were a good husband, you might go downstairs and go, "Honey, I hope that you weren't impaled by any of the sharp rocks
Because we run aground."
that we ran aground on."
So he's going to prison. I don't know that that's true. It just seems they're still investigating it.
Are we clear that she fell off?
For
There wasn't a light from in the back or any of...
Go on a UTA bus next time you're on there and look to the back and look to the front.
What I'm saying is,
Can you not see anyone?
I'm just wondering if it was really an accident.
Oh, well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Yes, we will.
Awkward.
All right, well, you guys have a great time. By the way, go to Tell Me Something Good on Facebook.
We have a $100 gift card giveaway that we're doing right now because nothing puts you in a better mood than, extra cash. And also, please like and share the show today, and that qualifies you for dinner for 4 at Christopher's Prime Steakhouse.
Yummy.
It's going to be cool. And then starting tomorrow, we have an amazing thing. We are going to be catering your family reunion.
Why doesn't anybody tell me that? I don't have notes on any of this.
That's because you don't make any notes.
Because I can't read.
Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.
Any more information on
No,
that?
that was
That's
all.
it.
That's all I'm going to throw in for right
Can
now.
you draw me a picture of it?
No,
Okay.
yeah, like
You guys-
something with semaphore flags.
What are semaphores?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to go sailing?